Have you ever been left completely baffled by someone's behavior? A friend's sudden envy, a partner's irrational anger, a colleague's passive aggression. Our first instinct is often to take it personally. We think, what did I do to deserve this? We get caught in a storm of confusion, hurt, and resentment. We try to fight the storm, to control it, or we let it consume us. But what if there was a third way? The 17th century philosopher Baruch Spinoza offered one of the most radical and liberating ideas in history. He proposed that our emotions and the behaviors of others are not chaotic, personal attacks. He believed they are natural phenomena, governed by laws as real and predictable as the laws of physics. He wrote that he wanted to understand human actions as if I were considering lines, planes, or bodies. This is not a cold or detached approach. It is the path to true freedom. Today, we will explore Spinoza's wisdom. We will learn to stop being a victim of the emotional weather and start becoming a wise observer of it. This is a guide to understanding the hidden causes of human behavior, so that you can no longer be a prisoner of its effects. 1. Why we suffer from the actions of others. Spinoza's first great insight is that almost all of our suffering comes from what he called inadequate ideas. This simply means we react to things without understanding their true cause. We see the lightning strike, but we don't understand the atmospheric pressure that created it. Think about a colleague is constantly micromanaging and questioning your work. Your immediate reactive thought, the inadequate idea, is, they don't trust me. They think I'm incompetent. This leads to feelings of resentment, insecurity, and defensiveness. You are now a slave to your emotional reaction. But what if you looked for the true cause? Perhaps your colleague is under immense unseen pressure from their own boss. Perhaps their previous job ended because of a small mistake, leaving them with a deep-seated fear of failure that they now project onto every project. The behavior isn't about you. It is the predictable effect of a chain of causes you could not see. Understanding this does not mean you have to excuse or tolerate the behavior. It means the behavior loses its power to personally wound you. The storm is no longer a personal attack. It is simply a storm. And once you see that, you can decide how to best navigate it. 2. The hidden reason behind people's actions. Spinoza's second profound idea is a concept he called conatus. It is the simple but powerful idea that everything in nature, from a stone to a human being, has an innate striving to persevere in its own being, to continue existing, and to increase its own power. This is the hidden driver behind all human action. When you understand this, the most confusing behaviors suddenly become clear. The envious person who tries to diminish your success is not acting out of pure evil. From their perspective, your rising power feels like a threat to their own existence, their own place in the world. Their envy is their flawed and tragic strategy to persevere. The controlling person is not trying to ruin your freedom. They are desperately trying to maintain their own sense of safety and order, which they believe is threatened by your unpredictability. Again, this does not make their actions right. But seeing their behavior through the lens of their own desperate striving for preservation transforms them. They are no longer a monster to be hated, but a tragic figure, trapped by their own inadequate ideas and fears. This understanding gives you a powerful, almost godlike perspective. You are no longer on the battlefield. You are on the mountaintop, observing the patterns below. 3. What being a good person really means. When Spinoza talks about virtue, he isn't talking about being nice or moral in the traditional sense. For Spinoza, virtue is power. Specifically, it is the power to act according to your own true nature, guided by reason. The opposite of virtue is passivity, being acted upon by external forces and your own chaotic emotions. When someone insults you and you lash out in rage, you may feel powerful, but Spinoza would say you are being controlled. The other person has pushed a button, and you reacted exactly as expected. When you are consumed by jealousy, you are not acting. You are being acted upon by your insecurity. The truly virtuous, and therefore powerful response, is to act from a place of clear understanding. It is to see the cause of the insult, the other person's own pain or insecurity, and to choose a response that aligns with your own nature of reason and peace. Spinoza himself captured this entire philosophy in a single beautiful sentence. I have striven not to laugh at human actions, not to weep at them, nor to hate them, but to understand them. To move from reacting with laughter, tears, or hate to a place of understanding is to move from bondage to freedom. Until you understand the causes of your passions, they will direct your life, and you will call it suffering. 4. The difference between temporary pleasure and real joy. Spinoza makes a crucial distinction between two positive feelings: pleasure and joy. Pleasure is a passive emotion. It's what you feel when something good happens to you. You get a compliment, you eat a delicious meal, you watch a good movie. These are wonderful, but they are dependent on external things. Joy, for Spinoza, is an active emotion. It is the feeling you experience when you increase your own power to act, when you become more of who you truly are. Let's apply this to a relationship. A chaotic, rollercoaster relationship might be full of intense moments of pleasure, the passionate reconciliations, the thrilling drama. But over time, it decreases your power to act freely and be yourself. A healthy relationship, however, generates joy. It is a partnership where both individuals feel their power to act and be themselves increasing. You feel more creative, more confident, more alive, not just when they are praising you, but because the relationship itself supports your own authentic being. This is a powerful lens through which to evaluate your life. Ask yourself, is this job, this friendship, this habit bringing me temporary pleasure or real joy? Is it making me more dependent, or is it increasing my power to be my true self? 5. The ultimate goal: a calm and unshakable mind. The ultimate goal of Spinoza's philosophy is not happiness, which can be a fleeting and passive emotion. The goal is what he called blessedness. Blessedness is a state of profound, unshakable peace that comes from understanding the true nature of reality and your place within it. It is the freedom that comes from seeing the world not as a chaotic series of personal attacks and rewards, but as a perfect, logical system of cause and effect. The person who achieves this state is not emotionless. They still feel sadness, anger, and love. But they are no longer a slave to them. They see their emotions as valuable information, not as absolute truths. They see the actions of others not as a reflection of their own worth, but as the natural result of a long chain of causes. They are no longer a leaf tossed in the wind of circumstance. They have become the wise and tranquil tree, deeply rooted in their own understanding, able to feel the wind pass through their leaves without ever being uprooted by it. This is the ultimate power. It is not the power to control others. It is the power that comes from understanding the world so clearly that others can no longer control you. This is the freedom Spinoza offers. A peace that is not given by the world, but is earned through the courageous and beautiful act of understanding. So, what is the final lesson from Spinoza? It's simple. Stop trying to control other people. Stop trying to control the world. The only thing you ever needed to control was your own understanding. The next time someone's actions cause a storm of anger or sadness inside you, do not be a victim to that storm. Stop and ask the real question. What is the true cause of this? Is there anger coming from a place of insecurity? Is there envy coming from a place of pain? Seeing the cause doesn't mean you excuse their behavior. It means their behavior no longer has the power to wound your soul. You are no longer reacting to a personal attack. You are observing a natural phenomenon. This is the ultimate power. It is the unshakable peace that comes when you realize that no one can make you feel anything without your consent. You are not a leaf in the wind of other people's emotions. You are the architect of your own inner world. Understand that, and you will be free. This is the ultimate power. It is not the power to control others. It is the power that comes from understanding the world so clearly that others can no longer control you. This is the freedom Spinoza offers. A peace that is not given by the world, but is earned through the courageous and beautiful act of understanding.